Hey guys, so this is gonna be a little bit of like a rant just because I don't know why this trend really picked up speed the way that it has lately, but it seems like I'm seeing these everywhere. I know they're not new, but it seems like all of a sudden they're taking off in a big way, at least in the music circles that I gravitate around. And that is the liquid color vinyl records. I've seen a lot of trends in vinyl come and go in my life. I'm 41, I've seen a lot of shit. I've seen colored vinyl, see-through vinyl, glow-in-the-dark vinyl, zoetropes, splatter vinyl, the ones with like just trippy colors that are printed different in there, but not quite tie-dye, not quite splat. Think of the McCartney 3 variants, like, you know what I'm talking about. So fine. I generally don't have a problem with them. Some of them are pretty cool. I even own some. But the one that just, I cannot wrap my head around why this is such a thing is the liquid-filled ones. Because to me it just seems like a disaster waiting to happen. Now again, these are not new. The first one was from the 70s, and then you didn't really see it again until like the early 2010s. I think 2012, if I remember right, was like the first of like the resurgence of that, and then them picking up speed, and then you didn't really see it too terribly often, but like there were some floating around, but all of a sudden it seems like they're everywhere. Even Ringo Starr has, like, dipped his toe in the waters of, like, making a couple of them recently, and I'm like, why? They don't even look good. I don't get it. It's like, they're so similar to, like, the splatter vinyl that just, I don't understand why you wouldn't just do that. Something you don't have to worry about ever degrading, right? But, nah, we had put liquid in it. Sometimes slime, but usually just colored liquid in clear vinyl. My issues with this. The first one, the price tag. Because they're made in such small batches, because they're handmade, they have to like literally glue two of them together and just hope and pray it doesn't leak. Because there's so few made, they jack the prices to like a couple $100 on these things. Some of them are in the 100-ish range, but a lot of them go for like 200-300. I've seen some go for 400. It's like, why? Why? Because for these, they really aren't intended to be played. Like, sure, you can. I don't know why you'd want to, but you can. Sound quality-wise, it's not going to sound any better than, like, a picture disc. Best case scenario. Then you have the issue of the water dispersion, like, the weight distribution is going to throw it. It's not going to sound right. It's not going to play right. You're going to be able to tell. There's that. But the obvious elephant in the room. As this thing ages, one of two things is going to happen. Either A, it's going to leak, or B, it's going to dry up and look like shit. There's no way around that. And the fact that it's clear vinyl. Now, take a step back. What are vinyl records made out of? PVC. What is notoriously one of the most brittle types of PVC? Oh, right, clear. So you already are off to a bad start just from the word go with that. See, with like black vinyl, the pigments in that actually help stabilize it and give it more stability. Clear PVC, you don't have that. So you already have something that is more prone to breakage just right off the bat. The quality control on the seals on them is not equal across the board. Some of them leak very easily. Some of them, it takes longer and is a little more hit or miss if it will or if it won't, but a lot of them leak. So depending on how you store them, if you just have this with like your regular albums and this thing leaks, this just, God only knows how many of your albums you'll destroy with this, or at least the covers if nothing else, but I'm just like, that's a terrible plan. But even if it doesn't do that, if it just dries up, now you're going to have like this weird dried pigment that just looks crusty in there. It might get powdery. It's not going to look good. There's also the fact that because it's clear vinyl, depending how you display this thing, because again, that is the point of these. It's not to like tuck away into your collection. The whole point of this is to display it somewhere where you can see it. Maybe handle it, but like, so you can see it. you best hope you're not storing it in a room where it's getting hit by UV light, because that's not only going to degrade the PVC that much faster from the UV damage and make it that much more liable to leak, but it's also going to yellow it and make it that much more brittle. And it's just going to look like shit all around. PVC doesn't have notoriously the longest shelf life, especially in conditions like this, so I'm like, so you have, what, like 5-10 years before it fucks up, and you paid how much for it? And once it's damaged, now it's worth nothing. Cool. Why exactly are we doing this again? And again, most of them don't even look cool. A lot of them, because it seems like the most common color I see on these is red, it just looks like blood splatters. Why do you want your record to look like a crime scene? Like, just no. Can we not? I've seen some of them even with, like, little things they've added into the liquid. Like, there was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I don't know if it was a soundtrack or a single or what, it had little turtles floating in it, which, okay, I respect the creativity, but you can tell this is not going to age well with time. It's going to look stupid in, like, no time flat. So why are we doing this? Like, for me, this is not for me. I am not the target demographic. I have no interest in these. I like splatter vinyls just fine. Yes, I said vinyls. Have an aneurysm over it. I don't care. I say it to trigger you guys. Anyway, I don't understand why this is taking off. It just seems like such a bad idea. It's just something to think about if you were considering buying one of these. Just keep all of that in mind when you're making your purchasing decisions.